About to hop into Hogwarts Legacy Part 1, Episode 1 here on the Xbox Series X console. It is a phenomenal game, definitely. Very, very good game. Without further ado, let's jump into it. I haven't played this in like over a year and I'm overwhelmed by free rewards. Holy cow, usually they got you paying for this type of stuff, but this looked like it's all free. You know what they say, there's no better price than free. These are pretty nice looking outfits too, to say the least. So many rewards, I just want to play the bloody game. Holy cow, since when did they give away this type of free stuff? There we go. Now we can hop into a new game. So the last time I played this, my goodness, May the 11th of 2023. That was quite some time ago. Alright, let's jump into it. I think all my settings are from previously, so I think we're good to go if I'm not mistaken here. So we're going to fire up a new game and a new character. Hang on a sec. What is this? Additional content. Okay. So yeah, I do own the Dark Arts pack apparently. What else is there? Is that all there is? Okay, it won't even let me go. So I guess that's all it is. We're going to hop into a new character here. Create your character and begin a new story. That's exactly what we want to do here. Alright, let's get into it! Okay, so we got to read a little bit here. Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th-year student. Terms begin on the 1st of September. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you and will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, the decree of the reasonable restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside of school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the ministry has graciously agreed to allow Professor Elazir Fig to help you hone your spellcasting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of the term feast and the starting ceremony. Yours sincerely, Professor Wellesley, Deputy Headmistress. Let's start the game. So we got to select our character next, I believe, and I did read that about the Hufflepuff house. If I join that, okay. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for that, definitely. But now I got to select my character here. I think a lot of the game has changed since I last played it back in 2023. So I think they made quite a bit of significant changes to the game outline of itself. But let's first select our character here to build off of. We got some real funky, wild-looking hairstyles here. Definitely didn't see this type of hair when I grew up. But hey, we got quite a selection of hairdos here. I think we're just about done the character creation here.
That was quite something.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Only a few cobwebs and some dust, mate.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. It was wonderful. I am indeed a student, but I could... That was quite something. A few cobwebs and some... I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade. It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
I think we want to be a wizard. We don't want to be a witch, right? Who remembers the wild or the wicked witch of the West? Let's start your journey into Hogwarts Legacy. Oh, I remember Sebastian. Oh yeah, he was the one that taught us some dark spells.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
So we have liftoff right away. Into the sky we go. Of course, while being watched by that guy over there. Now, just a quick heads up, I did disable music due to copyright claims / infringement. I did not want to get a copyright strike because of the music in this game, so I turned music down all the way to 0. Just as a quick little heads up, there will be no music partaking in the storyline as we play through it.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to
I
convince
remember
my
Ranrock.
colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And It was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
Bloody red
It
rocks.
looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's that glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do.
We got a dragon.
Hang on!
This game has incredible sound. Oh my goodness, my headphones are just rocking and rolling right now. Lots of bass,
Key!
lots of clarity. I'm loving it.
Give me your hand! Adieu!
Now we should land here and we got to make our way across a bridge if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look at the cute little squirrel.
Are you alright? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
So this is the Wigglewend potion, aka like a health pack, I guess. So we're gonna apply that, get our health back into good spirits here.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir,
Where are we?
where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir, if you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this port key. Or why.
So we must follow Professor Fig. He will guide us and lead us outside of this cave. On our way back over to Hogsmeade, I believe. And yet here we are, surviving all of that, making our way through this little mysterious looking cave.
How far did that port key take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled.
We definitely
We're somewhere
teleported.
in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
port key was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that port key to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
So quest started, the path to Hogwarts. We've been somehow teleported interdimensionally to another section of the map here. Nonetheless, we must follow Professor Fig, sorry, not Pig. Professor Fig.
Where do you suppose your wife got the port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
So we are about to perform a basic cast here. Destroy the magical barrier. On 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's got some good thump to it. That's got some good bass.
Excellent!
Use your camera right thumbstick to select an active target. Some players prefer to select targets and move the avatar with the same thumbstick by disabling camera relative targeting in settings. I think we're going to keep it as is. By default, I guess.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your wand work's improving with every cast.
Thank you, sir.
Definitely some real nice, beautiful views here. Some breathtaking views right here. Very, very nice setting here. Right off the bat. Right out of the gates.
Up there.
A beautiful setting here in the game.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself! Reparo! Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
The mini-map shows your surroundings with you with the purple mark in the middle. This mark over there is your current objective. Press and hold up to toggle quest objective details.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
What in Merlin's name?
Merlin! What in Merlin's
Godric's
name?
heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
So we have to rudely awaken the sleeping goblin over here. We have to interrupt his low resting time.
Hello?
It can't be. Just a moment. Oh. Wait a minute here. Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Vault number 12.
Precisely.
Precisely.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
So he wants a port key that we have here.
This way, then. Stay close. After you.
This is gonna take us for a wild little ride here on this. This looks, I don't even know, like a roller coaster.
Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
I don't know if I trust this little goblin and his driving skills.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service. You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
This is a very expansive underground vault here. Very, very big. Here's another goblin. He must be the guard. Or the police officer?
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
I forget, but that guy might actually work for Renrock, if I'm not mistaken,
Professor,
that one guard.
The armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the porky container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore.
Reminds me a lot of
Here we
Skyrim.
are.
Here in the underground caverns, or the caves here. Reminds me a lot of Skyrim.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12. Until today.
This little goblin guy is so damn small and tiny. He's just a little guy.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
Best of luck.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
So right there we just learned a new spell called Revelio.
Revelio.
That
There.
means
I saw
reveal
something.
yourself, I think.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw on the port key container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
It definitely sounds like there's something freakish going on down here in this little cavern here. I hear sounds all around me.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor.
So basically whatever this fifth-year student, which is our character, can see, Professor Fig clearly cannot. Maybe it has something to do with the port key.
What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue?
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
So we just learned another spell called Lumos, which is you've acquired the wand lightning spell, Lumos, which has automatically been slotted to your spell set. Lumos creates a light at the tip of your wand to help you see within dark areas. So that should become handy in this dark cavern here.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
Looks like we've got quite a few enemies here we're gonna deal with.
Look out!
Protego!
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo! Exposo! Deposo! Potato! Confringo! Levioso! Levioso! Confringo! Descendo! Exposo! Deposo! Confringo!
Protego!
Defendo! Levio Protego! Exposo! Confringo! Descendo! Exposo!
Protego!
Levioso! Deposo! Descendo! Stay close!
Professor! Professor Fig! Professor, where are you?
Professor Fig has wandered
This
off
isn't
on
good.
us.
Revelio. Lumos. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Ah, that's where they're leading me. That glow again. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos. To align these statues with their reflections. It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Lumos. Potato. Lumos. Lumos. Stupefy.
Well, there's some clean looking moves right there, cowboy.
Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
So what is this object here hovering in the air? Let's find out.
There you are.
And we found our Professor
How
Fig.
did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
So this is someone's memory being, I guess, relived or recollected here. This should be a memory. Or is it a dream?
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
Oh, we got... Is that Renrock? We got some company coming.
I was right. Ranrock. Seems my reputation precedes
The
me.
little big bully
I
Renrock.
was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found.
The final
here, and we can
boss.
let bygones be
Sir Ranrock.
bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear.
Don't
Sir,
hurt the
I
poor
must
little goblin.
insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have...
R.I.P., buddy.
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
He is small, but he sure is mighty. This big guardian seems to be on our side. He is after Ranrock. He doesn't seem to be attacking us, rather protecting us, I should say.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
I think we're in the forest, not too far outside of the school.
It can't be.
Or I might be wrong.
It seems those who set up the pensive,
Let's see.
the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here.
We're definitely in the forest.
Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Such a nice introduction to the game here, this beautiful opening cutscene overlooking the Hogwarts School of Legacy. There she is in all her mighty glory, right here set on the beautiful sea itself. Portkey Games presents Hogwarts Legacy. That was a banger of an introduction, if I must say.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony.
Enter at your own risk.
I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
I'm ready, sir. Shall we proceed? Why, come on in, gentlemen.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
We're a little late to the
It
party.
seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
Hey, better
I'll
late
be
than
in
never,
touch.
right? That guy right there reminds me a hell of a lot of Harry Potter.
Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time.
That one hat
Have a
there
seat.
will decide our future, present, and ultimately our destiny once we put this hat on. What will we become?
It's a bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I can either say, I can't wait to start class, or I can't wait to explore. Even though I am an explorer, I might go with, I can't wait to start classes, or should I go with, I can't wait to explore? We shall go with, I can't wait to explore.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Daring, curiosity, loyalty, or ambition. So ambition, loyalty, curiosity, or daring. What seems to suit our traits more than the other here? How about we go with loyalty?
A sense of loyalty? I believe myself to be a true friend. I know I value that trait in others.
You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
Bloody Hufflepuff. Okay, so the sorting ceremony. The sorting hat will take your choice into account when sorting you into your house. Hufflepuff. Hufflepuff house known for patience, loyalty, and hard work. Do we go with that? That sounds about right. Those are the options I chose, right? I am in full acceptance for that. Hufflepuff it is.
Better be Hufflepuff!
My first playthrough, I think I was in the red uniform, which is what those guys are just wearing. I forget the name of that class, but now I think we're in green.
One more thing.
I think we're in green,
Due
or is that
to the
yellow?
unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me.
We need that flying
You are
broomstick.
here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
But I guess work before play, right?
I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you.
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir.
So let's go
As I
into
was saying,
our living
I'm
quarters.
Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way. It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff. Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank
So
you,
we shall
Professor
see her
Weasley.
first thing in the morning.
I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts.
Professor Weasley,
Sleep well.
the headmistress of the school we are currently attending. Another beautiful rendered cutscene right there. Beautiful.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Quest started. Welcome to Hogwarts. We must find our common room here. So welcome to Hogwarts. I need to head to my common room. Sounds as though there are some voices coming from nearby. Perhaps I should follow them. I actually almost forgot you can indeed trigger your own manual saves here, which I love to do. Because I'm a manual saver, if you will. A nice little warm cup of tea. This is very unique looking, I must say. Lots of color and a wide open ceiling space here. With some vegetation also to go along with it.
I have family in Einedale. Father wants me to visit them, but I haven't had the time or the inclination.
I adore the hamlets near the coast. They're a bit damp, but ever so picturesque.
Life is so peaceful in the hamlets. Well, when goblins aren't lurking around every corner, can't be good for business.
Them bloody goblins.
I should like to retire to a small hamlet when I'm older. One just like Brockborough.
I adore magical.
Lumos.
Was having a bit of a paint problem. I wonder if that's still the case.
I think I need the fire skill in order to light this up. I forget what that spell cast is called. But I cannot ignite this without that cast, I think. Or without that spell, sorry.
Revelio.
I wonder how many secret passages Hogwarts actually has. I stumbled on one the other day. find my way out for hours. Missed my favourite meal, I did. Kidney pie.
Hogwarts is a second home to me. Feeling a bit nostalgic about leaving one day.
Where do the professors sleep? Surely they don't share a common room like the students, do they?
Can't imagine starting a new school this late. I wonder where they're from.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
So we're going to speak to Lenora Everly here. Make some introductions, if you will.
Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made.
The bloody 5th year.
Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself. Especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
I'm not worried, or I do not have a lot to catch up on. Oh, I do have a lot to catch up on, or I'm not worried. We'll go with the more formal approach here. We'll be straight up and honest with her.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit...
We don't want to sound too
being that far
cocky.
behind. I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
Nice to meet you, or you think you should have been a Ravenclaw? I'll ask her the question first.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
So we have to introduce ourselves to Adelaide and now Arthur also. So I'm guessing this is Arthur? Is that you, Arthur?
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
Oh, we got a kitty. Does that kitty belong to the class here?
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
To me, the name Hufflepuff sounds like it would be a good name for a catchy cereal brand. Especially for the kids these days. Anyway, Shame, I think magical beasts are incredible. I tend to agree with your mother. I'm gonna go with the magical beasts are incredible.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a Puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the Puffskein that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
I thought he was going to say the pet stuck his tongue up somewhere else. Not up her nose, rather, you know what I'm talking about. Anyhow, good luck, Arthur.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Next, we must introduce ourselves to Adelaide. This is a beautiful dorm room, I must say, though. The dorm headquarters here is quite beautiful.
Oh dear.
Adelaide Oaks.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Yes, I was, or I'd rather not talk about it. We're gonna be straight up and say, yes, I was, Adelaide.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school.
That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
I'm gonna go ahead with, is your uncle alright, Adelaide?
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
I would offer a helping hand, but there's no dialogue options for that, so... Nice meeting you, Adelaide.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley's waiting for them outside the common room.
Is that Poppy? Poppy Weasley? So for whatever reason, it will not allow us to interact with Poppy just yet. Maybe we have to progress a little further.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Let's go for a little walk with Professor Weasley.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Revelio?
Revelio.
House Elf Recipe Book Guide Pages. Rumored to contain some of Helga Hufflepuff's original creations, this book holds a collection of Hogwarts students' favorite recipes over the centuries. Some dishes like pickled driggable plums are likely an acquired taste. Okay, so this is, I guess, our ranking system here. When we level up, this is how we can track it, I guess. Challenges, collections, inventory, gear, map. Okay, beautiful.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and out.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle.
Fast traveling.
Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
If only we can fast travel like that easily
You
here in
can
real
get
life.
almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Revelio.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
So we're going to ask Professor Weasley a few questions before we depart. Can you tell me more about Charms class?
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
What exactly is Defense Against the Dark Arts?
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What's Hogsmeade?
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the
That cozy
only
little town.
all-wizarding village in Britain, and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
That is a beautiful, cozy little town, I think just west of the school here. So we're going to end this by saying thank you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
There is, in fact. I'm afraid there isn't. I'm going to go with there is, in fact.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now. Speak of the devil.
Professor
Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to
very
Hogsmeade
pushy.
for those supplies.
She's very demanding, Professor her. Professor Weasley is extremely demanding, even though she is indeed the headmistress of the school. Apparently we have to oblige and obey her orders. So now we're going to talk to Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
Now I'm not going to lie to Professor Fig directly to his face. I'm going to say, I hope I didn't say too much, Professor Fig.
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Okay, you can track available quests from your map. Let's open up the map. And the logo here represents main quest. Completing main quest will further the story, unlock new features, and grant experience points. Some quests are locked by spell and/or level requirements. In these cases, you will need to be the required level and/or have the required spell in order to activate the quest. New spells can be earned by completing professor's assignments or as quest rewards. So we're going to go ahead and select a quest here. Now which one? So this will grant us with Levioso. This will grant us with Asio. So I'm not sure if there is an order to do these. But we're going to choose one and we're going to go ahead and track and complete that quest.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Okay, so we must go ahead. 1 second. Cast Charm Compass. So we unlocked a new item here. Okay, so that's going to lead us to our objective. So we are going to attend the Defense of the Dark Arts class and proceed along with the story.
In my opinion. Not sure the fairies would agree at the time.
Revelio.
This is the Central Hall Fountain guide pages. This ornament fountain features erratically carved statues of denizens of the magical world, including a set of stone sirens encircling the fountain's base. So that is the Central Hall Fountain right here in the center of the main hallway here.
I do look forward to going home for the holiday.
There's something in there. I just know it.
So we're going to speak with Lenora Everly here about this mirror.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you learned anything about it?
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there other paintings like this here?
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating
Revelio.
that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
My older brothers were all sort of...
Revelio. Lumos. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it? Revelio.
So I don't think I'm going to read every single one of these pages that we come across here, but we will continue to collect them. These are part of the guide pages, of course.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Nice and warm. Hey, Peasy has a brand new game. Just beware the open flame.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Not a one of them deserves more than a tea.
Revelio.
So we will now attend Defense Against the Dark Arts class.
Is that all you've got?
Mr. Sebastian.
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent
don't
is
piss
a
off
weak
Professor
opponent.
Hecat.
Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now,
One
let's
thing you can't
practice what
teach is
we've just
experience,
learned,
and she's got a
starting
lot of
with something
experience.
small.
So we just acquired and learned the Levioso spell, which means levitate in whatever language that is.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done.
Levioso.
Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso!
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it.
Can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a
Protego. Only all of my students for this event.
Complicates things. Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
Sebastian was pretty salty
I
about
put you on the
that.
spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
So now we have to head over and speak with Sebastian. The kid, the child, the man who we just defeated.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
So what do we have to go say to Sebastian over here?
Nice work.
Sebastian Sallow.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've had my fair share of wand combat. It was never used my wand in combat. Let's be honest with Sebastian here.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Sounds intriguing or sounds suspicious? Sounds intriguing, Sebastian.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
That's quite cool and unique how they added their own photo mode here. I like that.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Revelio. Lumos.
That life is behind me, I promise. I cannot do this for all eternity.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have you tap on barrels, though? That's the only thing that mystifies me.
I'd imagine the Hufflepuff common room smells the most delicious on account of it being so close to the kitchen.
So I shall now attend the Charms class here, so we will begin this quest right now.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
So we are about to learn the Accio spellcast here. Meaning we can basically repel
Accio.
objects towards us, like so.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
We shall follow the professor.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Who's up for a little dueling?
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
So I'm guessing we
Very
have
simply,
to cast Accio
on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment.
and repel them towards
Now,
us.
think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall. Yes? Splendid! That's it!
We scored a 50. 50 points.
Very good!
Another 50 in a row. That's 2 in a row now.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Whatever you can do, I can do better. Allow me to demonstrate.
Accio.
Splendid!
Be sharp. That is how it's done. Quite impressive.
Not the best start.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
That's it!
We cannot accept that loss. If we can challenge her to a rematch.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
We have a bit of an audience here.
Let us see this. Phew.
That's 50 for us.
You are not making this easy for me, are you? Here we go! Yes!
Very good.
Watch this. There we go.
Accio.
Give me that money ball.
Brilliant.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
I'm glad you understand, or I'm holding my own. I'll say I'm glad you understand.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Uganda. How big is Uganda?
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
How does Ouagadougou look like?
Is Ouagadougou a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is the magic the same?
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
That's incredible.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Ouagadougou, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Let's have a word with our professor here.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using...
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant
A word, if you would.
Revelio.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay, what is next on our list here? Let's go to the quest tab here. We're gonna go meet up with the guy Sebastian and I spoke to earlier, which was the guy's name was Lucan Brattleby. Talk to Lucan Brattleby is our next quest. I think we can switch up our clothing now. So we got a few different options to choose from here. Ooh, look at that one. The Dark Arts robe. So we definitely have a few selections here. To me, I think the Dark Arts robe looks the nicest because it is also animated here. So that is a Dark Arts robe. This one here is also animated ever so slightly. This is called the Merlin's Cloak. A legendary cloak in mystical blue and gold. This one looks pretty damn nice too, though. We'll go with this one for now. think we have the full dark arts uniform equipped, if I'm not mistaken.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hello there. You're the
Hello.
new student,
You wanted
aren't
to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Accio. Revelio.
Outside the castle. I find it jarring to see someone like Professor Weasley.
Great to have kitties around you. What's the life without having kitties?
Or the Minister of Flack.
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boo, and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Levioso. Lumos. Accio. Revelio.
Have you been in any other comics?
Revelio.
Haunted toilets.
Oh, not again. Here I've come from the toilet bowl where she said I could swim, did you praxia mole?
As long as 'twere only one time per week, I can plunge the boy's lavatory. Not for the meek.
Please, Peeves, you'll make me late.
He tried to stop me, did rancorous
Bloody
Carl.
Peeves.
Sought to trap me, confine me inside of a jar. But he failed, as did his containment charms, so I took my revenge to wreak havoc and harm. It was granted my privileges be handsome indeed, or I'd fire up the cannon, and so she agreed. To draw up a contract with her, not with him, that if I behaved, I'd have one weekly swim! Whee!
I'll get you for this.
That was quite odd. That was totally random also.
Lumos.
Somebody has cake here in the toilets.
Revelio. Levioso. Accio. Lumos.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Levioso.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Lumos.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts.
Let's learn some
It's
new spells.
invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
I reckon so. I'll join your club.
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing.
We shall take them down together, me and Sebastian.
Confringo! Levioso! Lumo! Levioso!
Act like a winner.
Come on! Accio! Diego!
Expulso!
Levioso! Is that all you've got? Lumos! Accio! You're better than that!
Levioso!
Lumos! Stupefy!
Don't shy away now.
Lumos!
Oh, we lost. Defeated. I forgot to use my little health thing.
That looks painful.
Damn.
Care to try another round?
Of course I would. No making
Yes.
any mistakes this
Don't
time.
count me out yet.
Brilliant!
Potato! Levioso!
Accio!
Lum! Levioso! Confringo! Accio! Luma! Levioso!
Expulso!
Potato! Stupefy! Confringo! Levioso! Sendo!
There we go.
Bingo!
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Revelio. Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
That's a beautiful leopard-looking cat there. Looks like a leopard. Beautiful little kitty.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Mr. Deke.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near... what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand.
I can't wait to go visit beautiful little Hogsmeade. Beautiful little town.
To be far superior.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a
we're
wide
gonna definitely
array
upgrade
of
our
potions
wand next.
ingredients, although they rarely
We shall have a
sell
beautiful
recipes.
custom wand made
Professor
just
Shaw
for us.
asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
How about we visit the village with good old Natty?
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
Victor
A rather
Rookwood.
unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
So I gotta step out for a little bit, so I think I'll be ending the stream here for now, but I probably will be live streaming again like within the next hour, hour and a half. So that's going to do it here for part 1. Later on I might stream either part 2 or something else. Nonetheless, I will be live a little bit later on. Hope to see you all there. Until then, catch you all later, hopefully.